りじゃ。残火の太刀来た。天地開人。
Alright, what is going on, guys? SpitefulHopes back again, and I want to go over the comments that I've been getting on this new video on the gameplay, right? So I did get I do get these quite often, and I want to cover this in its own separate video, and I'll go over go over this just in a second. So let me just quickly hover over these things. Just as boring as the lame burn the witch banner. Chojiro's third essay is just a standard full screen, but I really like the animation. Skippable. Glad I dropped this game. Animation looks fine, but in terms of gameplay mechanics is crap. Man predicted this dupe system. That's so funny, dude. I'll throw in this clip. I don't mind dupes. I actually hold on to them for now. And I farmed Ichigos, guys. Like you guys, bro. Look at this. Look at my Kakus. My Yumi Chika. I have a Yumi Chika 6-star, 5 out of 5. I also have my other 5 just in case, you know, dupe system. Gotta max them out. I got my two Dangais over there. I do have a 5 out of 5 Dangai. No, 4 out of 5 Dangai Ichigo. I'm holding on to the dupes because I really feel like they're going to do a dupe system eventually, and I don't know if they're going to vomit it out. Okay, so the point of this video is to discuss the reuse of every single one of their strong attacks non-stop over and over and over again in every single banner. And usually it's not really... I'm not gonna lie, it hasn't really bothered me too much. I was annoyed with it quite a bit a couple years ago. Not even a couple years ago. I was kind of annoyed with it last year. But in my opinion, I like this game. I love this game. I don't think that that's any... I don't think I need to stretch the truth out or anything like that. I do love this game. However, I do understand that there are a lot of limitations that this game does have due to the engine being old. KLab is going to have to rework their engine. Well, they're going to have to get a whole new engine, and that's going to cost them a lot of money, and KLab loves money. And the reality is, if they keep up with this pace, a lot of people are going to get really, really bored of this game, and I don't blame them. I really don't. So there are a lot of people that have accepted this truth of, oh, he's getting the 3000 length beam. Oh, he's getting the 1200 AoE strong attack because he has Havoc 20%. Oh, this person has 975. Now, I was talking to some friends, and they were saying, oh, what if they remove Havoc 20% and they just make the strong attack as if it had the Havoc 20% and just increase the range? So like characters would have a 1200 radius third strong attack despite not having Havoc 20%. And I was thinking about it, and I'm like, that's pretty smart. Like I wonder why they don't just do that. And that's when everything set in my head, and I'm like, you know what? That would implement an entirely new strong attack in this game. They can't remove strong attacks once they put them in, because once you remove the strong attack, that character, therein lies the problem of that character is no longer playable. Literally no longer playable if the character can't do his strong attack, right? So you'll have characters from 2015, 2016 with no strong attacks if you like start pushing in and taking out stuff, like taking out strong attacks. Because the reality is, say there's 10 strong attacks for a strong attack 3, right? You have the garbage from back in the day. Like I'll pull it up. I do want to have like a little mini history lesson for those that are new to the game and are wondering the same thing that a lot of people are wondering. And I don't blame you for questioning things. You should question things. I think that questioning things is, in my opinion, very smart. Like, you want to learn, right? So you'll see here that, for example, this Halloween Ichigo that was released in 2015, right? This Halloween Ichigo, he was given Havoc 20%. And despite having Havoc 20%, this character, his third strong attack doesn't have 1200 radius full screen third strong attack. This character has 330 radius third strong attack. His second strong attack is 390 radius, and then his first strong attack, the belt beam, which we're familiar with as the 2500 length beam, was actually 750 length. Now, in my opinion, what I would personally like, go back into these older characters, say screw the animation, right? Screw the animation. Just make this a 1200 length, 1200 full screen third strong attack or whatever. It says AoE distance, so I'm guessing that this is going to be an AoE in front, so just change that to the 975. And just try to restructure all these older characters so that they're 1, playable, 2, allows you to get rid of the old strong attacks, 3, give these characters the possibility of actually coming back, and 4, give yourself more room to play with new strong attacks. Now, we have gotten 3 new strong attacks in the last year and 2 months, okay? We got Byakuya's tracking vortex, which is nuts. And then we have gotten Apache's first strong attack, the 1200 by 1200 beam. Let me actually pull her up real quick. Boom. Yeah, so she got a 1200 by 1200 like box AoE, and this, in my opinion, is actually better for her because she was specifically designed for guild quests, right? Just like this Yamamoto, a lot of people are saying like, oh, this Yamamoto has no affiliation killer, this sucks, but the reality is there's not many great no affiliation killers for green, and since the boss is now blue, right, you kind of want a green no affiliation killer, so it's going to drive sales so that the whales have something that they're kind of forced to buy into if they want to keep competing for the top scores. So like that's how KLab goes, right? Like, and then you'll see here that when I go into the similarity, the third strong attack, you'll see that a lot of these characters get the same exact strong attack regardless of having 20%, right? You have Izuru 1000 full screen third strong, literally this entire banner and the banner before it literally all got the same third strong attack, just some of them got Havoc and the NAD character didn't, because right now the meta is Berserker Havoc 20%, and I called that as soon as I saw Spirit Society Byakuya when he was released last year. I literally said, I'm like, this might lead to the necessity of Havoc 20% being required for a character to be good. And honestly, it is kind of necessary. You'll see some characters that perform fairly well, even despite not having that. But like, for example, Gin. Like, Gin is actually really, really good. He doesn't have Havoc 20%, but he was given Berserker 20%. He has a new type of skill with the whole Izuru, right? Boom, boom. Oh, well, yeah. Like with the whole Izuru thing, he has guard break to try to make up for the fact that he has Havoc 20%. But the reality is, even though he has two excellent killers with Soul Reaper and Hollow, he's nowhere near as OP as, say, someone like Candace, because Candace has Havoc 20% and she literally just blitzes through the stage with her Sprinter +2. And even though this Gin and Izuru are great for tech, I can see this character getting outdated fairly quickly, only because they can't do some of the things that these crazier characters can do. I'm sorry, but like Lile Baro outclasses this Ginzuru. Candace outclasses this Ginzuru. Noelle outclasses the Ginzuru. Literally all these characters that are coming out literally are just like who here is better than Ginzuru, in my opinion? Like Chojuro, if he had a better killer. Yamamoto, if he had a better killer, would he probably would do better, right? Noelle, I don't know about Nini. Nini's a little off. Nini's weird. Lile Baro, Nanao is more useful than the Ginzu. Well, actually, no, I wouldn't say that. But like the reality is, like, there's a lot of characters that just outclass the Ginzu if they were the same color, right? And at the end of the day, a lot of these characters are getting the same exact strong attack. If you go into the first strong attack, 475 radius lunge first strong attack, that is not new. That is nowhere near new. The first character that actually got that, I actually don't even know, but I'll just type in Ichigo, and I'll just go straight for Fullbring Ichigo, right? Fullbring Ichigo is a perfect example. This character, in my opinion, altered the way that this game has played in general. His first strong attack, 475 length, 475 radius lunge, full screen third strong attack, just like Dangai Ichigo, and his second strong attack is actually the 2500 length beam. This isn't the crazy 800 AoE radius that we are kind of like expecting characters to get nowadays. Like, for example, Ginzuru is literally copy paste standard good melee character. He has the lunge, he has the 800 radius second strong attack, and he has the full screen third strong attack. Jesus, dude, I just fell in the bathtub. What the hell? Wait. You guys still didn't hit the like button, did you? Really? You got this far and you didn't even... Whatever. And then going into this Dangai Ichigo, for example, who came out literally 2016, right? This character is over 4 years old at this point. He came out September 30th. One full screen third strong attack, 575 second strong attack, and if I go into his similar second strong attacks, no, that's definitely not it, because he has a lunge. I want to go into TLA Soifun. Yeah, like, for example, her second strong attack is the standard 575 lunge that was given to Dangai Ichigo. 575 length, second strong attack. And these attacks end up getting reused very, very often, right? Like, obviously, they're not going to release any 375 radius strong attacks anymore because that just is not a good look. There are characters that come out with shave abilities, and if we go into those shave style characters, characters like Gremmy, for example, I think Gremmy does fairly well. I think he does really, like he's not a bad character. He was given a shave style first strong attack to give a little bit of variety, because if they just gave every single person a beam and every single person a lunge, the game would literally just, I feel like the game would honestly just implode in on itself. It's like, okay, every character has the same exact strong attack. It's either the beam or the lunge. So they throw in the shave and they throw in the split, the 3 split projectile. They throw in, they try to throw in some stuff to try to sprinkle on the crap. So that way you guys can like you still get a nice little steaming pile of crap. But like a little bit of sprinkles on it goes a long way. You know, you might be enticed to eat it if it had a little bit of sprinkles and maybe a little bit of whipped cream to like mask the smell of the doo-doo that you've been like swimming in for the last like 4 years, right? So the second strong attack, 960, 800 radius second strong attack. I'm not quite sure when this strong attack came out, but for example, if I go into a character like Lile Baro, and then I pull in a character like Yamamoto, and then I pull up a character like Byakuya is a perfect example. And then we can go into Rukia as well. Boom. Okay, so for example, Rukia, I'll go into her kit, right? 2500 length beam, 800 circular AoE in front, full screen third strong attack. Lile Baro. Let's remove the Havoc 20% that he has, right? Screw it. We can go into the 5-star version because it's the same strong attack, right? 2500 length beam, 800 AoE, 1000 full screen. Go into Yamamoto. Same thing. Like, these characters are getting reused non-stop. The only difference is killer, affiliation, attribute, the skills that they get, which most of them are getting Berserker Havoc 20%, which is why this game is getting even more stale, because KLab needs to put in new skills, and they did with 5th anniversary Ichigo and 5th anniversary Byakuya. However, like, the problem that they did, in my opinion, was that they made these skills so strong that if they don't come out with newer characters with these skills, characters like Bankai Shuhei, the Burn the Witch characters who can be played as melee or range, that opens up the door to a lot of flexibility for those characters just in general. And the problem with releasing those 3 characters as well as the 5th anniversary characters is that the value for every new unit that comes out is now being diminished unless those characters are as strong as those specific 5. And Nini might not be crazy OP, but the reality is the fact that she can be brought into No Affiliation Killer Week have the advantage over the final boss, as well as being able to be taken into a Rankar, range, and melee week, something that Soifon cannot do. You might be inclined to work on that character or use move sources on that character. But then you have characters that come out that just don't meet that level of OPness, and therein lies Chojiro, Genryusai Yamamoto, and Izuru. Don't get me wrong, Yamamoto is pushing barriers when it comes to his innate skills, right? Like, this is his soul tree, but it's funny because, like, I don't even know where Soldex is going to be putting in the Emulator skill, where he's going to be putting in all these, like, new skills. He's going to have to add a whole new area for these new characters that are going to be coming out, because this pushes barriers. This is going to, in my opinion, allow a lot more flexibility, and despite getting the same strong attacks, I feel like there is a lot more life to BBS. I don't think that BBS is dying. I'm just trying to highlight this problem that we've had for quite some time, and I did kind of gloss over this in my video of my top 10 problems with Bleach Brave Souls. I glossed over it because I didn't want the video to take too long. Like, I'm already seeing like the counter on this, and I'm already kind of upset with how long this is taking. But I feel like this is a big issue, and I'm hoping that KLab can rectify it in some form of way. I'm fine with the strong attacks being the same length and radius and stuff, but they gotta start mixing it up a little bit better, because like back in the day, and I don't want to go back to that time. All right, because like I still have PTSD. Let's go. Let's go back in time. Let's relive my PTSD. All right, let's go into 2018. The land of, which one's the OP one? Which one's the one that got destroyed? All right, because that's the reality of it. Like, some people got crapped on, and some people actually got good stuff. Now, for example, back in the day, characters that were SP based almost always got Frenzy. And characters that were NAD based never got Flurry. Case in point, this Baragon, boom, 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 and I love that. I need Wonder Crap here for this. Okay, so Salaporo, Bruiser 40%, Debilitator plus 2 seconds, Medic, Team Healer, normal attack damage plus 25%. This character was already flawed because he was meant to be a healer, right? He does do NAD and all that, but he was pretty much made to be a healer. Bruiser 40%, so he had a Bruiser of 65% for his time. That doesn't stand up to Frenzy, right? And Frenzy scales well with your SP, unlike Bruiser. So characters herein started getting Flurry a lot more frequently. Like, when's the last time you guys seen a NAD character to come out without Flurry with a Bruiser of less than 50%? It's been a long time. It's been a very, very long time. Going into Baragon, Baragon actually got a different third strong attack, 1025 radius without Havoc 20%. 2500 length beam, and then 475 standard lunge. So very, very good, right? Now let's go back in time a bit further. Oh, you know what? No, this is a perfect example of how they screwed over two other characters just so that one of their characters could be good. Let's go with Raruka first. Strong attack damage plus 25%. I'm going to go into the 5-star, the regular 6-star version. She was given Frenzy, right? She was given Frenzy, Debilitator plus 5 seconds, weaken on all of her attacks except for her third. She did have a melee third strong attack, which actually helped during extreme co-op. She was actually one of the few characters that could solo extreme co-op just fine without having help, and was able to do whatever she needed to. Now she had a Shave first strong attack, which in this day and age is not very good because the magnifications are 30%, so she hits like a wet potato. And then her second strong attack is another range collision pushback attack, but her third strong attack was a 525 radius AoE, and this third strong attack was actually hella busted back in the day because she was given Frenzy, because of the strong attack damage plus 25%, and if she already had weaken from the previous range collision attacks, because you push back the enemy and you have more hits hit the enemy, you pretty much just essentially nuke the boss. And back then, I think that she was one of the few characters with weaken when weaken was actually coming out. There was Baragon, but Baragon's kit just didn't really allow him to do much. And then we go into Renji. Bruiser 40%, normal attack damage, enhanced link. Let's go into his 689 attack, and then going into his lovely NAD, 390 radius. That's pretty bad because he wasn't given long reach. Was he given long reach? Oh, he was. He had a 390 radius NAD with long. That was with long reach. That sucks. AoE distant, 275 radius first strong attack, 525 radius second strong attack, and then third strong attack 575 radius. That's really bad, by the way. Strong attack recharge 14%, but she was given a 40% berserker. So no frenzy here, boys. Let's go into this. Long reach 10% on this character. That's mad. First strong attack 375 radius, 475 radius, 525 radius. No frenzy. So this character was like pretty much almost dead on arrival if it wasn't for the fact that she could freeze the enemies, and that was like her only real use. I mean, like, this was also back when characters could get cucked, and there was always one clear, very, very superior character in almost every single banner. And I want to say every single banner. I'm not, and that's not cap, like, at all. Let's see, where are we going? Tag Team Byakuya destroyed Momo and Shunsui. Rangaku was a SAR 14 link. None of these characters were actually like very strong. Sajin was okay. Kogo was much better than everyone else here because he was given Frenzy. If I remember correctly, Muramasa didn't actually get Frenzy. Raruka was better than both of them. Mashiro was a DR 20% link. That's all they were good for. Belief Toshiro. Where's the Ikaku? Yo, they removed the Ikaku. That's so funny. Toshiro and Broken were good. Ikaku was trash. Tsukishima was good. Byakuya was crapped on. Yukio was crap. Even with Frenzy, Yukio was crap. This entire banner was bad. Fullbring Ichigo was clearly stronger than Ginjo and Uryu ever were. Ginjo was playable for a time, but within a month, you literally got Mind Grimmjow, who was superior in almost every single way. And even then, Grimmjow, if you see his kit compared to Noitora, which Grimmjow didn't get a full screen third strong attack. I just want to quickly open this. Yeah, like his third strong attack, 625 AoE, versus a character with Flurry and normal attack damage link. So Noitora was very, very strong, because this was also during a time when you couldn't really auto a lot of raids, let alone Inheritance Zone was like slowly coming out, so you kind of needed to farm, right? Kaname, Zomari, and Aronyeto, all of them were all of them were actually really bad. Aronyeto, actually, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like Aronyeto actually survived quite a bit, because I did get to fool around with Aronyeto's Aronyeto. Hey. And I think that he actually like stands the test of time fairly well in comparison to the other characters. Gin was so much better than this Jushiro and Retsu. Jushiro was literally a 20 DR link at best. Lisa and Hiyori were much better than Hachigen, despite Hachigen actually being playable. And this is like, this Lisa, Hachigen, and Hiyori banner, in my opinion, was a turn for the better, because a lot of these characters ended up becoming very strong, right? Like Ginrei, Byakuya, and Koga are all very good units in their own right. Rukia, Isane, and Kiyone Sentaro, I give them a lot of crap. The Kiyone Sentaro, I give them a lot of crap. But they are good. They are good. Aizen, Ichigo, Kenpachi, all good. Tosh, Ginzuru, great. Makoto, Retsu, Shusuke, all good. Ichigo, Byakuya, great. Kisuke, Yoruichi, and Okiura, all great. So like, you'll see that the vast shift when it comes down to all these characters. I have like a little gnat that's bugging me, but like KLab's definitely changed for the better, in my opinion. Just quick correction, KLab has changed the design of the characters for the better, but they're greedy, bro. All they care about is our money and getting dupes. But the thing is, there's only really like 6 good strong attacks in the entire game. You have the 800 AoE for the second strong attack. Crawling vortexes have fallen off. Plant vortexes have fallen off. Walking vortexes are great on NAD characters. And then you have the new barrier style ability that Kisuke got, for example, that Tokinata got for his boost, that Hikone got for his second strong attack. That one's actually, like, in my opinion, doing better than the crawling vortexes or the plant vortexes or even the walking vortexes for these characters. So like, I'd honestly say just give KLab some slack. Let them try to fix it on their own. I do believe that you should give them your constructive criticism. Constructive criticism will go a long, long way. Like if you tell me, yo, Swipe, you've been gaining a bit of weight, you should go work out more. I'd appreciate that more than, yo, look at this fat fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just your tone, your context. It all matters, right? It all matters. Anyways, I'm gonna leave it at that. You know, guys, grind on, catch up, premium, stay blessed. I have a lot of editing to do because I want to cut this down to like, I want to cut this down. Stay blessed, y'all, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.